Hello and welcome everybody to another Lorwyn Eclipsed draft video. I'm Paul Cheon, and today we are sitting at Platinum 1. I got a lot of climbing to do here. We went 3-3 with what I thought was a cool elf deck, but it had probably a little too much filler. You know what? Let's turn this around and have a really good finish in today's draft. Now, before we hop in, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to buy booster box of Lorwyn Eclipsed, or you wanted some singles for your constructed deck, make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are the place to go to for top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much more. They use a special magnetic technology so that all their products snap conveniently into place. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. All right. I'm just not going to go elves. That's my... Oh, gosh. There's an Eclipsed elf in the pack. Yeah. Oh, man. There's Adept Water Shaper and Eclipsed Flamekin as well. The best card is technically the Eclipsed elf because it is the best kindred type. The Adept Water Shaper is fine, and so is the Flamekin. You know, I'm going to take the Water Shaper. Look, it's going to be a fine card in both Kithkin and Merfolk. And the Eclipse cards really just kind of locks you into a color combination, and they're much worse if you're not in those color combinations. So let's take the flexible pick. I do think that the Eclipse cards are, if you're in those color combinations, they are better. But I think this is also a really solid card that I can play in either deck. Now we're going to take an easy Abigail. This pack must have been insane because there's also a Rhymekin Recluse in the pack. But this card is just great. Just turning anything into a Baneslayer Angel is fantastic. Nothing really else a consideration outside of the Rhymekin Recluse here. But we're going to take an easy Abigail. Should we perhaps consider... I mean, we did just take an Abigail. It is the most powerful card in the pack. We can go mono white. Should we consider an off-color strategy? Thinking about it. Oh, what the hell? Why not? I mean, I could take Pummeler for Hire or Klacken Festival, I guess. I don't think I'm missing out on too much here. And, you know, I think it's like the fact that I have the Abigail, which makes me more want to take the Reaping Will. I don't know. It just looks cool. I mean, obviously, I can still just be like a very heavy white deck and, you know, see what happens. This is a Flamekin Guildweaver. There's a Stratosaur. There's a Gravelgill Scoundrel for the Merfolk decks. There's Spiral into Solitude and Hovel Hurler. One thing that I've really been missing out on in my last few drafts is interaction. Hovel Hurler is fine, but I'm going to take the first Spiral into Solitude here just to try to be a little more responsible, okay? All right, pack 1, pick 5. What do we have? There is a Wary Farmer and a Rooftop Percher. You know, there is still a world where we can draft a Kithkin deck here, or if we somehow end up drafting mono white or a heavy white black deck. So let's just take Wary Farmer out of this pack just to put a fine filler level 3-mana card into our deck here. And that is a super late Rhymekin Recluse, so of course I'm going to take it here. And maybe we're going to be mono white splash blue, we'll see. But that absolutely should not be in the pack here. We do see some Merfolk here as well in the Wanderbrine Preacher and the Silvergill Peddler. So it does lead me to believe that Merfolk could be open, but as good as these cards are, the Recluse is just that much better. So we're going to take it and see if we can still move into some kind of a Merfolk shell here. This pack has Prideful Feastling and Mischievous Sneakling. I'm just going to take Sneakling for curve consideration here. If we do end up going black-white or blue-white or anything along those lines, that'll also be fine. Here we have Tributary Vaulter versus Blossombind. I'm not super leaning into Merfolk just yet. There is a world where I'm just like blue-white cards. And because I literally have one Merfolk, right? 2 Merfolk. So I'm going to take Blossombind here just to take the good interactive spell. The Vaulter is fine, but you really need to be like super heavy Merfolk for the Vaulter to be good. Whereas like the Preacher is always going to be fine with Convoke cards. The Peddler will also be fine. So happy enough that the Preacher tabled, and this feels like a clear spot where we should be Merfolk. I'm going to take Unexpected Assistance over the Vaulter for a little bit of card draw. And yeah, all right. Well, this is certainly not going to be a Wary Farmer deck anymore. And I'm not sure about the Reaping Willow as well, given that this looks like it's going to be more likely some kind of a Merfolk deck here. All right, pack 2, pick 1. What do we have? There's Klacken Festival, which is okay. I mean, it is a mana sink, technically speaking, and helps you convoke. It makes 2 permanents. You know what I want to try, though? In this, I want to try Lofty Dreams and Merfolk. I kind of want to try this. Like, I feel like this is not very great in elementals, just because like you're more of a control deck. But I do feel like in Merfolk, you're trying to like get some evasion going. You're trying to convoke, so I think it's going to do some work. So, all right, pack 2, pick 2. Catharsis is a trap. I'm not going to take that. I think I'm just going to take Gravelgill Scoundrel here for my mana curve. I have 2 interactive spells now, so I don't care so much for Noggle the Mind and Spiral the Solitude. I just want to pick up 2 mana Merfolk for my deck if possible, and I do think the Gravelgill Scoundrel is a nice pickup for our deck. Pack 2, pick 3. No Merfolk in this pack. There's a Stratosaur and a Shine Striker. Shine Striker is still just like a totally fine card to play in any deck. 6 mana for a 3/3 draw 2 cards is still good. This pack is a little bit more underwhelming. I feel like we didn't really pass any Merfolk, but here we are. Thirst for Identity versus Chitinous Graspling is where we're at. Not a good place to be, I'm going to say. I guess I'll take Thirst, but I'm unlikely to play the Thirst. All right, a second Shine Striker. Wow, 0 Merfolk. What did I pass you? Double take? Did I pass the Merfolk Lord? Maybe I did. I mean, like I said, this can just be like blue-white good cards that does not care as much about the Merfolk stuff. I'm still going to take another Shine Striker. Yeah, you know what this looks like? This is just like blue-white go big. I'm fine with blue-white go big. And Klacken Festival, I'm just going to take another Merfolk here. Shore Lurker? Do I want that? It's probably better than the Distractor, but it's another like filler level. Oh, wait, so you know what this is? It's just Merfolk weren't opened. We got an 8th pick Eclipse Marrow. Okay? Well, we'll certainly take that. Another Blossom Bind here we're getting for free. I don't really care for any of these cards. I guess I'll take Summit Sentinel, but yeah, I mean all these cards here on the right are in the maybe pile. Actually, I just won't even look at them, okay? I mean, there's just been like 70 trillion Klacken Festivals open in this draft. Again, I don't really care about Noggle the Mind. I do have 3 interactive spells. This feels like an okay time to take the Vaulter now. I mean, first picking it's unfortunate. Klacken Festival is also okay. How much Convoke do I have? I have the Unexpected Assistance and... You know, let's try 1 Klacken Festival. It makes tokens. I feel like I'll get some Convoke cards. Also, Tributary Vaulter is like super likely to table. I feel like the Klacken Festival is less likely to table, so let's take that. I know I could have taken some others as well, but 10 creatures plus that, so that's 11. Flitterwing Nuisance is great. There's a Wanderwine Farewell, but I think the Nuisance is better. I don't think the Farewell will table because the person who kind of... I don't think it'll table, but I'm still... Like, this is a 1-drop. First of all, 1-drops are awesome when you're trying to Convoke. We don't have that much Convoke. Oh, I forgot about Lofty Dreams. So we have 2 Convoke cards. And a really solid curve to boot. Pack 3, pick 3. There's a Shore Lurker, but I already got one in my sideboard. There's Evolving Wilds, and there's also Meander's Guide. I guess I'll take the Meander's Guide. I don't love this card, honestly, but there's really nothing else in the pack, and... I mean, it is technically like a Merfolk payoff type card. All right, the Merfolk cards are dying off here, but I'll take Swat Away for interaction. Look, I'm not prioritizing something like Swat Away, but like if I get it for free, I'll take it. Wow, this is... I would give up the last 2 picks here for this, for what I have here. Marrow Skyswimmer Farewell and Silvergill Peddler. I'm actually just going to take the Skyswimmer over the Farewell. I think I just want more creatures, and now we take the Cleansing. There we go. And there is a chance that the other one tables too, by the way. But we have a bounce spell already in the Swat Away, and I just think the Skyswimmer's great. Okay, now the Merfolk are coming. Wanderbrine Trapper, pick 7. That's great. This gives us a little more evasion. Pestered Wellguard, and this is what 1, 2, 3, 4 Convoke cards now. Okay, so liking this set. I honestly like. If you tell me this is my deck, I'm happy with it. We'll take a Volter here. Definitely very cuttable. So is the Meander's Guide. I actually, again, this is not a card that I think is super duper strong, and I think it's very, very cuttable. Well, the Wanderwine Farewell tabled anyways. All right, this is coming together really nicely. 3, 4, 5. Tweeze with 3 cards left is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, so I can cut the Meander's Guide here. I still need to cut another card, though. Oh, Peddler, I gotta cut another card. All right, well, I mean, I do think we were kind of in the right seat. It's just like, certainly there was like another person that we were perhaps battling with. And I don't think my mana is good enough for the Reaping Willow. And Reaping Willow is a lot better if you have self-mill stuff. And obviously the blue-white deck does not do a very good job of that. As far as creatures go, we have 17. I don't think I'm cutting any of my cheap stuff. My 3-drops also I kind of like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Merfolk here. The Volter, I suppose, is also cuttable. I like the Peddler more because this just works off of all Convoke stuff. And this is a lot of interaction. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, maybe not. Hold on. So we got to cut 3 cards. This goes here. This goes here. This goes here. Swat away goes here. I'm artificially lowering my mana curve, okay? All right, let's do this. Cut this. 16, 17 creatures. I kind of like all of them, to be honest. I think Spiral into Solitude, actually, is probably the weakest of the removal spells, because you can Blight onto the creature, which makes this actually worse than Blossom Bind. Blossom Bind is actually a better card than Spiral into Solitude a lot of the time. I also have 3 bounce spells, so I can probably shave one of those. And I think Swat Away is probably the worst, because it's double blue. Like, this is a Convoke spell, this is a Convoke spell. All right. Just remember, like, for the Merfolk decks, you really just want to overload on creatures. But I do have 4 interactive spells. Like, you don't need that much. And I have the Rhymekin Recluse as another bounce spell, too. And I do want to try the Lofty Dreams. So, all right. Fine Merfolk deck. No Lords. But we have really, really good late game with Unexpected Assistance, double Shine Striker. And I have Abigail and Mischievous Sneakling, so I can potentially draw 3 cards off of this. So let's give this a whirl. All right, now before round 1 starts, I did want to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Really appreciate your support. Access to the Patreon gives you access to a wide variety of different benefits depending on the tier level. I do monthly streams and I make monthly videos for the Patreon only. If you want to take your limited game to the next level, check it out. All right, kind of a clunky hand. And by the way, I mean, this is precisely the reason why, like, especially in Merfolk decks, you really want to prioritize permanents and creatures so that you can turn on all your Convoke stuff. So I'm certainly keeping this hand. And that's a Shine Striker, okay. So yeah, I mean, our hand is super slow, but at least we have the Blossom Bind here, which we might aggressively fire off. Nope. Hopefully they don't have a Sneakling. They didn't. All right, this is great. So now we have a 1-drop and a 2-drop. So this actually allows us to go turn 3 Unexpected Assistance here. And all they have is a Changeling Wayfinder. Certainly want to fire this off. I want to find more permanents to play. Just get a Forest. Unless they're like a janky 4-5 color deck. Which is certainly possible at this point in the format. Yep. Yep. Sure. If I drew like a 3-mana play, I'd probably just play it, I think. Because that lets me Wanderwine Farewell on the following turn, but as is, let's just go with the assistance here. I do need double white for Abigail, but look at my hand, it's all double blue cards as well. But likely to find a land to discard here to the Unexpected Assistance. Noggle Robber? Sure. All right, we'll pitch this Plains. All right, so what do we have here? We have Lofty Dreams as an option. There's Adept Water Shaper and the ability to tap something down. That seems pretty good too. Other tap creatures get the benefit. So yeah, let's just play this. Let's just pass. 5 cards in hand for the opponent. They have the treasure. They can play a 6-drop. They can do all kinds of stuff. Glister Bairn. Well, fortunately, we have a good answer in the Glister Bairn. This does give +3/+3. How does this work with, like, are they indestructible until end of turn? Or if they take the damage, does the damage get negated? Like, I can definitely be set up for a blowout here, but I guess I can just, like, tap this stupid thing. Also, if they had a Cinder Strike, they might have just cast it anyways, so, alright. Alright, we drew a land here. We do have a Wanderwine Farewell, which seems like a pretty solid option this turn. Being able to bounce this. They might not even be able to replay it, to be honest. It's such a good tempo play. Like, I guess I can let them replay it by with the Noggle Robber. But yeah, let's just bounce both of these. Yeah, this is great. Like, we're at 26, they're at 15. There's this Water Shaper that they kind of have to answer. We're going to play Shine Striker, draw more cards, play the tempo game. Oh, good. They drew the island too, so that's not really a big concern with the Glister Bairn anyways. I feel like they probably have a removal spell, which obviously is completely fine. They can also go like Noggle Robber plus removal spell off the treasure. Now, if I draw like an Abigail or a Mischievous Sneakling, that kind of changes things. Squawk Roaster. Okay. Okay, that's a thing. I mean, with the 2 mana up, like I'm like medium concerned. So yeah, we're just gonna play Shine Striker. Like, they could have Runaway together. I think it's very unlikely. But I just feel like I'm ahead enough here where I don't need to make like a reckless attack with all my creatures here. Especially given how they kept up their mana. Okay, it was just like a Mischievous Sneakling. Oh, so that makes it 3/4 double striker? Sure. I mean, but next turn is still going to be very good for us. We've got the Rhymekin Recluse to bounce one of their big things. We can start attacking for a bunch of damage. We have Lofty... I mean, we have just the world at our disposal next turn. Like, being able to just go Lofty Dreams on the Preacher seems really nice. Just a 4/4 flyer that a 4/4 flyer that gains me 2 life every turn seems fantastic. Alternatively, I can just like put it on a 1/1. These are the cards that we know about. I mean, if possible, I would like to be able to... Jesus. Okay, their deck is just... This deck is a hot mess. The hottest of messes. I'm at such a high life total, I think this is more than fine. Flitterwing Nuisance, that's a really good card. Let's bounce you. How do I want to do this? 1, 2, 3, 4. They're at 7? Okay. Target a creature. Let's target you. I gotta think here. Alright, this is good. So this is indestructible, this is indestructible, they're both flyers. Oh god, I need to stop at combat. Pass to attackers? Like, where am I? Whatever. Let's tap you, I guess. I mean, I'm at 20 life. How does one come up with this mana base? Alright. Sure. Alright, so they're at 11. We drew another Shine Striker. All of our flyers can certainly get in here, and I can use that to gain a bunch of life or do a bunch of damage, but it is not lethal. So that's the important thing here to note. I gotta think here. Okay, let's draw a million cards. They're at 2 life. I just feel like this gives me just like a lot more options. Yeah, this is really good. So we go Blossom Vine on the Squawk Roaster. Blossom Vine on... Let me think. They have 2 cards. I also have the Gravelgill Scoundrel that I can play, which is like more thing. Yeah, let's just do that. Alright. I just feel like we're just up way too many cards on our opponent right now. Yeah. They had a sweet collection of Vivid cards, and we just didn't see a lot of like the really good payoffs. So I'm sure there was a splashed Shine Striker or something like that in the mix. But you know what? It's okay. 1-0. Let's keep going. All right, on the play. Yeah. I mean, these Shine Strikers are obviously... Anytime you have it in the opener, it's not as good. Perhaps the second copy was not something that I wanted to take, but obviously we're getting bailed out here. We have a turn 2 Mischievous Sneakling into Eclipsed Marrow, which is great. Summit Sentinel in a blue-white deck is one of those. I need a curve filler. So I will play said curve filler. All right, let's play the Marrow. Let's hit Vaulter or land. Let's take Vaulter. Like, I'm not in a race. Oh, never mind. They're okay. This makes a lot more sense. I'm not like in a race to get to 6 mana, so a lot of my stuff's... Oh, wow, they hit Ramekin Recluse, so that's good. Okay. So let's play Vaulter and Trapper. So now they're probably going to bounce my Vaulter to get a little bit of tempo back. Because, like, if I attack with the Vaulter, I can get in for good attacks, like, in a lot of different places. Oh, never mind. They're going to play Sanar. All right, so we're going to bounce that and get some tempo back. Or not tempo back, but just... We're just going to bounce it. Let's just put it that way. Let's do that. Just trying to get as aggressive as possible here. Sanar can certainly close out the game here. For sure. Their deck actually looks awesome. I take everything I take everything that I said back. They're at 15. I just don't think this is going to be enough offense, but... And here's the annoying part. Like, I probably need to Blossom Bind something, but they have the Ramekin Recluse to kind of save that. But it is what it is. There is the Sanar. Alright, so we're going to tap something. I think it's the Flamekin. And then we're going to Blossom Bind this. Oh, Lofty Dreams. That kind of makes things interesting. Although I guess I'm going to do that when I can actually go for the kill here. I'm going to just make like a very, very aggressive play here. Lock this down. Okay. Let's play the Scoundrel. Alright, they get to look at 2 cards here. Sentinel and Flamekin Guildweaver. I mean, you can obviously remove both if you want. It does feel like we're in a spot where they kind of need to play the Recluse this turn. So if they have a land, they can go... Yeah, so this is... Yeah, I mean... Again, this is just like way too much value. Oh no, Noggle Robber plus Rhymekin Recluse. Well, then they can't play the Flamekin Guildweaver. So they shouldn't have exiled this, which is kind of a mistake. Okay, well, now they're like... Okay, well... Do they have... Oh, please don't have a Cinder Strike. Please don't have a Cinder Strike. They have a Cinder Strike, don't they? You can't put it on that. Cinder Strike is really rough. They 100% have it. Okay. Yeah, that's so big. Okay. So now we gotta think. Now we have to think. Because a lot of the ground is kind of mucked up here. I want to put Lofty Dreams on Rhymekin Recluse, I think. So let's do that. Let's target you. Tap. Tap. Oh, wait, no. I gotta do it like this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Flitterwing Nuisance, huh? So this gives me the ability to tap something, but this gives me like a million different lethal threats. I'm gonna play the extra flyer, I think. Alright, they're at 1. If they have like Soul Immolation or anything like that. That's a Noggle to Mind. I mean, their deck is awesome. Noggle to Mind, Flamebraider, Shine Striker. The question is, do we have enough here, right? Like, I have a Tapper as well. I have 3 evasive creatures. They have a Noggle and a Rhymekin Recluse, right? So that can deal with 2 of these cards. But given that they're at 1, I mean, obviously a lot of it also depends on what's in their hand. Do the other cards still stay exiled? No, they don't. Okay. So the others get, like, go to the bottom or something? Now remember, if they Rhymekin Recluse my Rhymekin Recluse, then I can bounce their stuff too. Okay. They only have 3 mana. Okay, that's a Noggle. So they're dead? Okay, hold on. Turn another target creature. They're at 1 life. I don't really have any other good attacks. Let me think. Alright. If they hit me with the Your Go, you gotta just hit them back, you know? I should have honestly did it before I attacked, but I didn't know for sure if I had lethal. There's not that many shock effects, though. But alright, 2-0. That was a pretty sweet elemental deck. I'm glad we were able to find the right tempo line to get the Sanar off the battlefield and attack. I wonder if I need, like... I'm wondering if I want, like, 1 more removal spell and, like, cut 1 of the Shine Strikers. I can see that being the case. But you know me, I have an addiction to card draw effects. So... yeah, alright, we're gonna mulligan this hand. Gonna keep this. I don't know what to bottom. I'm just gonna bottom the spell. I just want to be able to go 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, and they all work so well together, you know? Blue-red. Gosh, so many elemental enjoyers. I don't think I care for a second Gravel Guild Scoundrel. So let's do that. Like, playing Shine Striker is pretty good against elementals. Ryankin Recluse on the Peddler makes sense. Okay, there's the land. I actually don't really care for looting here. I'd rather just keep this back as a blocker. All right. So they have unexpected assistance up. Well, that's just stupid. Glenn Alendra's answer? Oh, that's so brutal. Into Sanor? Talk about a huge turnaround there. All right, well, what are you going to do? Land? I mean, this is going to hit 3 cards. Like, I'm just not, like... You know, maybe I should cut one of the Shine Strikers. I think a second copy is just a little too greedy. I just, like, anytime you have multiples, and I have a lot of other ways to draw cards. So yeah, I will fully be, I will be the first person to admit that this has been less than impressive. Oh, gosh. The problem is none of these cards I want to Blossom Bind. I'm trying to figure out, like, what actually puts me in a position where I can win this game. This is just... Active Sanar over multiple turns is going to just be extremely tough to handle. All right. Can you even play both? Wow. This is a good Magic the Gathering deck. I don't know what to do. Sure, whatever. Bring it on. Take 9. I don't know if Klacken Festival gets me there. Chronicle of Victory, huh? I do not think I have enough here. Okay. I mean, everything just hits too hard. This is 13 trample damage coming in. Do I need to just hit with 3 in the air? I can't win this game. I'm trying. I was like, what can I do here? I cannot win this game. So let's cut one of these and play Swat Away or Spiral into Solitude. Let's just go with the Spiral. I have a lot of bounce. And this one, it's I can combo with the Nuisance, but also it can just actually deal with a problematic card, which Blossom Bind, you know, if the card has like a good effect, then I won't be able to actually deal with it. So just a small adjustment. All right. Hey, nice hand here. We are on the draw. This is a little bit better on the play because I have the Flitterwing Nuisance, but I do have Nuisance, Preacher, wow, Water Shaper too. Great hand. So another blue-white deck. Deep Channel Duelist. Okay. Very good. Meander's Guide. Okay. Yeah, we want to just keep adding to the board. 4-3-2-2. The question is whether or not I go for Klacken Festival or Adept Water Shaper. I'm going to play the Water Shaper. This thing is never blocking anyways. So this just lets me, like, get in a free attack. And gain some life. So it's like a... Imagine like a 3-mana 3/4 that enters a battlefield and gains you 2 life. Now, if they have some kind of interactive spell, I'm kind of anticipating that they're going to use it on the Lofty Dreams. This would be a good time to draw the Spiral into Solitude, honestly. Just get that Duelist out of there. It also exiles it, so they can't get it back with the Meander's Guide. Now the question is, do I block here? I'm going to just take it. I like having the Water Shaper in play. It's just like really, really annoying to deal with. Okay. Whoo. Abigail, Eloquent First Year, huh? I mean, that can certainly turn something gigantic, but it turns off all the text on a card. So that is obviously something that I need to keep track of. Also, I can just randomly take a lot of damage here, so I do have to be mindful of that. But I kind of want to put Lofty Dreams on the Preacher. And play the Klacken Festival. So let's do that. Oh, do they have Protective Response? They might. They definitely might. Liminal Hold, okay. Water Shaper down. Okay, I mean, it does feel like they have Protective Response, but we'll find out, I guess. I can't deal with this duel. Like, I really need to find an interactive spell here myself. So if they don't attack with the Duelist, it's pretty clear that they have the Protective Response. Given that they looked at a card in their hand again, I do feel like they probably have it here. They're going to untap something and have 3 creatures back here. But, like, what do I do? You know what I mean? I guess I can keep it back on defense. That is a legal play. Oh man, rough spot, rough spot. Okay, I mean, at least in this instance, like if they do have the protective response, like I have 5 mana up, so they have to be a little bit scared that I could be representing something, even though we know that I have absolutely nothing. Now, if they fire off a removal spell here, then of course that's also a tough spot. Also, the Abigail looking kind of weak here, just because all my creatures are kind of smallish. Silvergill Peddler, sure. That doesn't work. Does that work? Okay, that's what I thought. I mean, this is, I guess, an interesting spot for them to use like a Convoke removal spell, but they choose not to, because they want to still deal with the Preacher. We have a Gravelgill Scoundrel. Oh, man. I suppose we play it. God, this is tough. Okay, I mean, look, this is just it's a superior. This is a superior. Simply put, this is just a superior Merfolk deck, right? So we're trying to piece something together here, but it's just not good enough. Yeah. I mean, we have no choice but to block here, I feel. Oh my gosh, gross. Is that what they had? I guess if you're playing a deck with like multiple deep channel duelists, like, that's fine. I mean, at this point, there's just like not a whole lot I can draw, I think. All right. The good tribal decks, they're tough to beat, right? They're tough to beat. So I added a little more interaction. I mean, I added that Spiral into Solitude precisely for this reason. And our hand was completely respectable. I'm going to keep this hand. Obviously, it doesn't have like the perfect curve, but 3 lands with the Spiral into Solitude and a Klacken Festival is still totally fine. Like, I have interaction and then I have the Festival to help me convoke into some things in the future. Ooh, never mind. We drew Island for the Nuisance. Don't play the Mentor. There's a delay here. Oh, it might just be like something for this. No. Okay. Sadly, I didn't have another play there, but it's okay. Okay, blue-white, red element. Okay, what is... I mean, I guess I am in the 2-2 bracket now. Don't ever play Springleaf Drum, folks. I guess I should have played this first. That was bad. All right, really good turn there for us. You know what would be actually have been pretty good here? Like a Timid Shield Bearer, right? I always like having at least one copy of that. It might have actually been better than like Gravelgill Scoundrel or something, given how things are playing out. But really wide board here with Flitterwing Nuisance. Also, they can't kill it because I have the Water Shaper in play right now. So I can potentially draw millions of cards here. Yeah, let's go ahead and tap you down. If they chump, like all they're doing is just chumping to chump, and we're gonna draw how many cards here? Yes, please. That's a new record for me. 5 off of the Nuisance. Look at that. Full grip. Let's go. That's gonna be hard to beat. We got Wanderwine Farewell here. I can use that to pick up the Water Shaper if I really want. Assuming they don't just exile it right away. But I feel like they're behind enough where they just kind of have to keep playing things. They missed on the Eclipsed Flamekin. That's justice for playing 3 colors. That's just justice. Okay. Okay. I swear we're going to get past that first rung on Platinum 1. Right now, it's not been easy. We were 2-0, quick 0-2, back to 3-2. Come on, I got to finish better than the last video. We went 3-3. Let's get to 4. Okay, well, we are on the draw, but again, we have the Nuisance. All blue cards, so we're going to keep this. Right, green, Lys Alana Informant. Let's play El Scoundrel Arena? Scoundrel Arena? I don't know. Oh, nothing. Okay, well, okay. Clearly, we all know what they have, right? So, what do I want to do? Do I want to loot with the Peddler, or do I want to keep it back as a blocker? I think I'm just going to keep this back as a blocker. It's pretty tempting to, like, attack with the Scoundrel or whatever. But I think I would be better off here just keeping this back, because I think they're going to play Dawn's Light Archer, and I just want to trade. Because this is Dawn's Light Archer, Dawn's whatever. Most likely. Oh, it's just, never mind, it's just a bad removal spell. But, I mean, it certainly worked there. Huh. We'll take it. Morkant's Eyes, okay, nothing? Yeah, nothing. Okay, there's our planes too, that's great. So let's get the Wellguard going. Let's attack. I guess keeping this back is probably good to trade with the Scout. I don't really need to loot right now. Like, I like my hand just fine. And I'm going to tap down the Wellguard here to make it unblockable. Alright. Now I have a 1-1 that I can block the Lys Alana Informant with. Actually, maybe I should... Well, you know what? No. Maybe I should have attacked. Although, if I attack and they kill my Scoundrel, it's, like, kind of annoying. But, yeah, I mean, they have a lot of things that they kind of need to kill. And, again, you know, like... Having a 2-3 back against the Scarblade Scout is not the worst thing in the world, so... I don't know why the Scarblade Scout attacked. We'll find out. They kept on top. Safe right cavalry. Okay, that was like a desperation attack or something? Okay, so now this is just like a pretty easy attack with everything situation. Oh, I guess I have to tap this. I guess the Scoundrel is better than the Sneakling, so let's just discard the Sneakling. And then I guess we can tap this. They're at 17. Another Scoundrel. Alright. So huge army here. They have the Safe Ride Cavalry. Based on what I've seen, I wouldn't be shocked if they attack me. Yep. They play one way. Anti-sentence, okay. Moonglove Extractor, okay. Temporal Cleansing is pretty good. I want to be able... I might want to just bounce the Safe Ride Cavalry here. But let's lead things off with the Eclipsed Marrow. Let's get the Trapper. Play the Trapper. Also, I can... technically, I can bounce the Morkant's Eyes. Because that can get them a bunch of tokens, right? So, that is another direction I can go. Like, am I winning this race? Well, I do need to tap down a bunch of stuff to pull this off, right? Morkant's Eyes or Safe Ride Cavalry. Because they can make 6 2/2s. It might be the Morkant's Eyes, actually. Yeah, as sad as that is. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, got that land out of there. Alright, they're at 10 life. I can tap down the cavalry. This is not going to come into play because I have the Trapper. This gives +2/+2, which is fine. They're probably going to attack. I can block the Extractor. Oh no, they can play it this turn. But then if they attack with yeah. Alright. I think we played a very, very good like tempo beatdown game. I feel like the way that we lose that game is they find land number 6 and crack the Morkant's Eyes. And you know, we're now at 4-2. Let's go. All right, on the play this time. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. This is one of those, I really hope I draw land number 3 type of hands, because our hand is amazing if we can find a third land here. So please, deck, please. Please, not the 6-drop. Come on, you have one opportunity not to fail me here. Okay? I will be very disappointed. I will be very... I have to keep this hand. Yes! That's amazing. No reason to activate this just yet. I want to just keep adding to my board. Now, noting the Tributary Vaulter is not particularly good with the Flitterwing Nuisance. Oh, they were hoping that I pump it. I mean, that's a good turn 2 play, of course. Twilight Diviner. Okay. I'll take another land. If you want to give me another land, I mean, I'll certainly take it here. Okay, Blossom Bind. I don't like doing this, but I kind of gotta. This is, by the way, why I don't like the Tributary Vaulter very much. If you don't have a turn 2 Merfolk, it's just like way, way worse. I mean, they did keep everything on top, so like bouncing it isn't too bad, and this lets us just have a creature in play, lets us get the Convoke stuff going. You know what I mean? They didn't want the land, and we just found an Abigail. I'm glad I took that Sky Swimmer over the second Farewell. Sky Swimmer is just so good in this deck. Alright, 3 damage I don't care about. I imagine something big is going to get played this turn. But we have some interaction. Scarblade Scout is actually not something I'm too scared about, of course. Lissalana Informant, also something I'm not scared about. Lofty Dreams. Okay. I mean, it does look like we're in a bit of a racing situation. I kind of want to get Abigail in play. There are 4 cards. Yeah, let's just do this. So now I can also play Temporal Cleansing. They have 4 cards. I have Blossom Bind as well. How are things going to get dicey for me? There's a Lifelinker. I might want to just bounce the Lifelinker, honestly. Just take the 6, and I still have Blossom Bind. Yeah. Like, we're going to the skies. I don't really want to get to the super late game with my opponent. I have a big lifelinking flyer. I have Abigail. If they kill the Rhymekin Recluse, which they might, then, you know, I still have Lofty Dreams. Like, I still have moves here. If they play a big creature, I still have Blossom Bind. All right, Pitiless Fist. That's going to kill the Rhymekin. I'm going to still gain life, though. I'm still gaining life. And now, of course, this is an excellent target for the Blossom Bind, which I'm going to fire off here. Well, hold on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Yeah, let's just lock it down, sure. So now they're at 2 life, where I have so many flyers, it's really difficult for me to find something that they can play here. Unless they play like the... Everything gets a -2, like 2 -1/-1 counters on everything. Yeah. Alright, so again, just like overwhelming the board, having some flyers in play, and look at this! We got 3 rungs! We got 3 rungs. Okay. Clawing back here. Hey, if we win 2 in a row, we will hit diamond. But the fact that we were able to win 3 in a row and be 5-2 after a disappointing finish with our last elf deck, I will certainly take it here. Alright, opponent on the play here. I have 4 planes and all blue cards. I will be mulliganing this hand. This might be where the rubber meets the road. I'm so bad with sayings. Like, I always mess, like, you feel like you know the saying, but like you're just like a word off. That's me. Alright, well, guess what goes to the bottom? Shine Striker. Alright, let's play the Nuisance. I mean, Abigail is just not something I'm going to play turn 2 anyways. I would love a 2-mana play. I'm playing against Goblins. That's a Moon Shadow. Oh my gosh, we drew a 2-mana play. Alright, well, if we lose, we lose, but this is good. This is very good. They might kill the Nuisance this turn because I'm like a turn away from casting the thing or activating the ability. That's Elder Auntie, though. And given this board, I should just play this. Gain 2 life, make a 2-2, make a 1-1. That is a really good turn 3 play, right? If you just like think about what happened there, right? Like for 3 mana, I put a 2-2 flyer and a 1-1 in play. Now the Nuisance gets a lot more potent, if you will. Of course, if they kill it, then, you know, any type of advantages that I could have had kind of fall apart. But it's not like I could have drawn a bunch of cards last turn, right? It would have been like 3 mana, deal in extra damage, and draw a card. Okay, Elder Auntie gets in for 2. Sourbread Auntie. Okay, so that's going to probably... Oh, wait, why wouldn't you sack the 1-1? Okay. So Blossom Bind is an option. I think the play here is to just attack with my flyers and pump the Nuisance. Oh, I messed up, actually. I should have played the island, so if I draw the Wonderbrine Trapper, I could play it this turn, but, you know, whatever. All right. Maybe I draw Temporal Cleansing or something. Okay, nope, those are nothing. I want a plane so I can get the Abigail going. We have 2 flyers. We have decent blockers. Preacher gains us some life, but this is a pretty formidable board. Next turn, I'm probably going to fire off Blossom Bind here on the Auntie, because I do think I'm going to be taking a significant amount of damage this turn. I will... Ooh. They're going to pump the 1-1. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to just... Do I take the 6? Let me think. What am I going to do next turn? I'm going to lock down the Auntie and the Moon Shadow, probably. That's 4 mana. So I think I take this. Yeah. Because I want to be able to play the Unexpected Assistance as well. Gristle Glutton. Wow. Adept Water Shaper. Adept Water Shaper? I don't know. That's also a good draw, of course. Now I kind of want to use Blossom Bind on the Glutton. I think the Glutton is like one of the most important cards in the matchup. So let's lock you down. They have 2 cards. So I can either lock this down or play Unexpected Ascendances. I'm at 13 life. Let's lock you down. Yeah, sure. All right. All right, 2 cards left in hand for the opponent. Hopefully it's not like a Grub's Command or something. Playing a little bit of offense and defense at the same time, you know what I mean? The Moon Shadow isn't too scary yet, but of course if I would like to find something here. It looks like a Cinder Strike maybe, although Cinder Strike they don't need to blight onto anything. It is a stupid Grub's Command. Are you kidding me? Am I dead? I might be dead here. We'll find out, I guess. Oh, okay. Okay. It doesn't give the tokens haste. That's good. Okay. It doesn't get... I mean, this is still like a gazillion damage, though. They can't blight onto these either. Now I kind of wish... Well, I guess they could have killed the Water Shaper, so now the Water Shaper gets to live. Oh my gosh, this is so much damage. Alrighty then. So killing Moonshadow seems good here. So let's go like... I mean, I just need to block everything. So like this goes here. These 2 go... Hold on, let's see. How do I want to do this? Like this goes here. So I get to keep a flyer in play this way. And this is 9 damage. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. I don't want to just lose a 1/1 for no reason. Alright. Okay, let's discard... Oh god, 3 lands is not ideal. Alright, I'm at 6. Planes, okay. They have 1 card left with 1 trillion tokens. I have 4 blockers. All right. Well, if we get Grubs Commanded, we get Grubs Commanded. This is going to get... The Auntie will get in for a significant amount of damage, but I do have decent blockers across the board. Yeah, so we'll see. Obviously, this is one of those precarious spots where it's like, yep, they're thinking, so I feel like I'm just dead. If they have anything, we are very likely dead. It's kind of where I'm at here. And I play the Water Shaper instead of the Abigail here because I wanted to put this onto the Adept Water Shaper. That is a 5/3 attacking. So I can either put 2 creatures on here or chump. In which case 2 just seems better. All right. Okay. Shimmer Creep. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's for 2. Okay. Ooh. Does that do anything? I mean, it puts 2 Merfolk in play, but it's not that good. I can bounce 2 tokens, I guess. I'm going to play the land. 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I play this. 4, 5, 6, 7. The problem is this is like a giant menace creature, too. But like bouncing it also seems quite bad. It's fine. All right, well, that was our best. I think that was our best line. Shimmer Creep's going to deal 3 damage to us every turn, but we're also gaining 4 life every turn if they don't have any removal. And of course, my merfolk will be more than happy to get in front of the goblins. So Shimmer Creep gets in. I take 3. What a game. What a game. That was the farewell was a fantabulous draw. I really like our decision to lock down the glutton. Not 100% on this one. We are going to take the 3. Lofty Dreams? What? They have 1 card? I feel like I should distribute the love here. I'm going to put it here. Two-turn clock. We're at 10. I wanted to keep the blockers back, but of course I drew the card that I can't play here. Did we win? Oh, that, my friends, is a satisfying victory. Beating Grub's command here with some good cards of our own, and we are now 6-2. So got a good shot at a trophy. Look, even if win or lose, a redemption draft regardless after the last one. Okay. Do you think they have Maryland? They're using the Maryland thing. What? Why can't I remember the word? Avatar. There we go. Kithkin. Ugh. Eclipse Kithkin. So good. Why did they make this a 2-drop? I guess they were like pushing this to be constructed playable. Like this effect. The fact that there's just like a 2-mana version of this is a little bit ridiculous to me. Like, just the amount of sheer value for a 2-drop is just crazy to me. Alright. Let's play the Sneakling into... Let's just bounce this thing. Just use all of our mana while we can. They put it on top, actually. Interesting, okay. Alright, there's the Mist Meadow Council, which we will Blossom Bind. And I don't want to bounce this. I don't want to bounce either of these cards. Okay. Okay. I gotta keep this creature around because I feel like I really want to... I gotta keep this creature around just because I feel like I really want to... Oh my god. This deck is awesome. I actually recognize this name. I don't know where from, but... Okay, so we gotta... Tap this down. Play a Nuisance. Attack for 2. Do I have a Merfolk in play? I do. It's the Sneakling. Okay. Alright, so this is going to be 4 damage coming in. It's going to be painful. For sure. I take 4. Okay, I kind of need to bounce both of these, I guess. Can I play both? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can. So probably want to do that. This is just our desperate attempt to try and stabilize the board here. But if they just replay all their stuff, it's going to be tough anyways. Yeah, I mean, we had a fine draw, but the Thoughtweft Lieutenant is going to prove to be problematic. Never mind. What about the Airdo? Alright. Alright. Okay. Well, that... Oh, sure. Yeah, okay. Good beats. Let's see, I'm at 6 life. Obviously, that was as good of a draw as I could hope for. I don't know why I played that first, honestly. Attack. I don't know how many cards I can draw, / what they're going to play. I want to keep the 2/2 back. Why can't I attack? Why can't I attack? What? Hello? Hello? What is happening? I'm trying to rejoin the game. I don't know what happened. Arena has been bugging out for the past week or so. So if I lose because of this, I mean, I'm not in a winning position anyways, but if I lose because of this, I'm going to be pretty sad. I can't even join my game. I restarted it, and now I feel like I'm probably going to time out. All right, well, I don't know what to say. I mean, this has been a minute and a half. I'm going to try restarting again, but I have to be dead at this point. Oh, it found my... Okay, I got to load in. But it was on me. Yeah, I mean, this is... Like, I should have drawn 1,000,000 cards. God, that's so frustrating. Again, I'm not saying that I was ahead by any means. But this is extremely frustrating. All right, well, you know, on the bright side, yeah, I mean, on the bright side, I'm going to get my gems back, or I don't know what's going to happen, honestly. But that is a really, really silly, silly, silly way to kind of go out on that one. But, you know, I actually ran into a similar thing yesterday where I was playing the qualifier for the qualifier weekend. And like I said, I was down a game. And in my sideboarding, Arena crashed. And then I just couldn't get back to my sideboarding. So, Arena team, lock in. Okay? Lock in. Because that is not the best way for us to go out. But you know what? It's okay. We did, you know, it's not like we're playing for a lot here. We did have a nice 6-win deck here with a decent Merfolk deck. Again, I think I was a little bit greedy with the second copy of the Shine Striker. But this had a lot of nice things going on. We had the interaction. We had a decent curve. We had a bomb in the Abigail, the Nuisance, also very, very good. And the Wanderwine Farewell. So just all in all, rock solid Merfolk deck. You know, I would have given this anywhere between 4 to 7 wins. And of course, losing in that fast. Like, the thing is, I was going to draw at least 3 cards that turn, maybe 4. Right? And if I did, they're going to play the Erdu again. And then there would have been a really, really good shot for me to find one of my several. Like, I used the Wanderwine Farewell already, but there would have been a really, really good shot to find, like, more of these interactive spells and like really give myself a good chance to be able to fight what they had, but we didn't and we lost. So it is what it is. All good. 6 wins. The climb continues. We will hit diamond, I promise, in tomorrow's video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Really do appreciate your support. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. They are the place to go to for booster boxes of Lorwyn Eclipsed or other Magic the Gathering sealed product, or if you wanted some singles for your constructed decks, make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, head on over to heavyplay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. If you want deck boxes, playmat, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much, much more, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.